Hello and welcome to my channel. My name's Michelle. So today I'm going to be doing a reaction to Amberlynn Reid. This will be quite a long video, so if you watch until the end, go ahead and leave a comment, like, comment and subscribe to see more videos like this.
Hello guys, welcome to a new video. I did really want to film this video because it is my Monday weigh-in, my official first Monday weigh-in to see how much I lost the first week of getting back on track.
Hopefully she actually manages to stay on track because she's done like Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig. She's pretty much flip-flopped with her diet constantly. So I'm hoping that she can actually manage to stick to something instead of just yo-yo dieting like she's done.
So I don't know what it is, but I just went to bed Sunday night, which was the 13th of August, and I was like, I need to wake up and change a lot of things.
I agree. You definitely have to change a lot of things, but these have to be permanent changes, not just temporary changes.
I need to go on a self-love journey. I need to stop.
Haven't you had enough self-love? Honestly, the type of journey you need to go on is a disciplined journey. You need somebody to give you probably a meal plan, something you can stick to that's manageable. That's what you need.
Getting high. I need to put better food in my body, less food.
That's true. You definitely have to put better food into your body, but if all you've ever eaten is junk food, you should work on ways that you can make your junk food healthier. You've got to get used to making your own homemade food
in my body. I need to lose weight. I need to be more productive. I need to just treat myself better.
I know when it comes to myself that if I'm preoccupied with something, if it's work, if it's walking, if it's doing reactions to videos, usually I don't go ahead and get as hungry because I don't have food, but I do have food around with me at this very moment. But in most cases, if you keep yourself occupied with something, anything, walking your dog like you did in the last video, that can actually keep your hunger at bay.
In every single aspect, like so many different things that I needed to check off, and it's a lot, but in this last week I have not felt this energized.
It's good that she's feeling more energized, you know, and with that energy you can do walking, you can walk your dog, you can go walking to the shops like I do. Probably will do that today, even though I'm not feeling well. But you can definitely do a lot more better things than sit at home and just eating junk food.
This productive, this clear-minded, like
she's probably feeling a lot more clear-minded, probably because she's been eating decently healthy, not eating a bunch of crap.
Truly feel so much better, and I have decided that I am not going to be sharing what I'm doing to lose weight because there are so many people with strong opinions.
You're worried about strong opinions. The reason why people have strong opinions is because in the last 10 years or so you have failed each and every time. You failed at your weight loss surgery. You know, you couldn't manage to stick to anything. So people don't have high expectations, and so they're not going to give you that dopamine that you want. You've got to prove to them that you can actually stick to it.
And I have the personality type where it's like, if I hear several people saying like, oh my god, this is a bad idea, or whatever it may be, whatever.
Personally, I think the whole "it's my personality" is just complete BS. It's just a way to validate your behavior, in my opinion. If somebody says that you can't do something, that should actually want to make you do it even more. That should make you to want to push yourself even more. It should make you want to be like, oh, boo-hoo, it's me. Oh, you know, I'm the victim. No, it should actually make you want to do it even more to prove those people wrong. But that's just me. I guess you could say that's my personality.
Opinions, it messes with my brain. That's just like who I am. So then I start to sit back and I'm like, crap, am I doing something wrong? Like,
Amberlynn, you've been on YouTube for 10 years. You surely know that if you're somebody online, people are going to critique you. It doesn't matter how big, how small your channel is, somebody's got something to say.
Should I stop doing this? Like, this has happened so many times in my weight loss journey here on YouTube. So I think I'm trying my hardest to like prevent that from happening.
Or it could be that you know that you might fail and that you do not want people going ahead and critiquing you, not saying, hey, we know what happened.
And it's just like protecting me, protecting my energy, protecting myself, protecting my progress. And
go on YouTube if you want to protect yourself and your weight loss journey. You know, as I said before, somebody's always going to have something to say, and as a YouTuber, you have to just accept that. You know, I've been told mean comments before, really mean ones. But it's YouTube, it's the internet, somebody's always got something to say, whether it be something nice or something mean.
And my success. But anyways, let's like totally get into it. So here is my weigh-in from August 14th, which was last Monday.
543.0 pounds.
When I weighed that, I was so shocked. It definitely made me like...
Here's the thing about Ozempic. Supposedly in studies, half of the weight that you actually lose, say you lose 40 pounds, so 20 kilos, half of that potentially is muscle. And less muscle you have, the less calories you burn.
Yeah, today's the day. Today's the day to throw out anything you've ever known about weight loss, about any of my past mistakes that I've made. I need to throw it all out and I need to start completely fresh. Because usually when I would go into like a new diet or a new journey or whatever, I would go back all the time and like look at my past mistakes and be like, okay, well, don't do that, but then also do that because I was successful doing that, etc., etc. But it's like, no, obviously I was never successful doing anything. Because
it's good that she finally realizes that everything that she did was wrong when it came to dieting.
Because I'm literally over 500 pounds. So everything...
That's true. I mean, you don't get to 500 pounds just from eating food. You've got to literally be restricting, then binging, you know. But you've got to be prone to binging, I would imagine.
That I told myself I was going to do, I have done. And that's crazy for Amberlynn, because you guys know me. I fail a lot. I do. And whether...
It's good that she's admitting to failing, but she's actually got to get herself out of this situation of going ahead and failing. You know, I hope that she managed to succeed this time, but, you know, that is like, her succeeding is like a 40% chance.
Whether that be because of mental illness or whatever it may be, it's true. I don't know how to stick to things, and I'm always flip-flopping with things and changing my mind. I'm just
That's why you need to probably do it slowly so then your body can adjust to eating more healthier foods. But it's all up to you, Amberlynn.
Super indecisive person, and you know, with my food addiction, I always let that win, and I always...
Maybe for Amberlynn, she could talk to someone called Michelle McDaniel. She had binge eating, and from what I remember, she made a video about what Amberlynn could do to stop the binging. You know, Amberlynn could talk to her a person that, you know, had a family where they were all obese, that would definitely benefit her.
Choose food over my health, over my happiness. Twinkie heard her little tiny beep and barked. You okay, baby girl? So 1 week later, here is my weigh-in.
528.4 pounds.
So that means in total, in 1 week, I'm down 14.6 pounds.
Hopefully she can maintain to lose this weight at least. You know, any improvement is a good improvement when it comes to Amberlynn Reid.
Like, that's a lot. And already I know, like, that's not going to be happening every week, not even anywhere close to that. Because just in the last 2 days, I've only been down 0.6 pounds.
0.6 pounds is actually a lot for 2 days. You know, so saying that, oh, it's not a lot, it actually is. But then again, you're 528 pounds. That's to be expected if you're losing 0.6 pounds in just a couple of days.
And I've been doing everything the same that I have been doing. It's just when anyone starts a weight loss journey, they always lose the most amount of weight week 1. Honestly, for me, it's been super, like, motivational.
Motivation can be a good thing when it comes to trying to lose weight and that. But if that's the only thing that's keeping you motivated, once you begin to not lose as much weight as you were in the beginning, it can actually demotivate you in wanting to continue.
To lose weight that quickly. And if I'm being 100% honest, knowing that I've only lost less than a pound in the last 2 days.
So you think because you lost less than 1 pound, so 445 grams in 2 days, that's a bad thing. No, that's not a bad thing. You lost 14 pounds. Like, what are you expecting? 14 pounds is what? Maybe 12 kilos or something. I'm not sure exactly, but I think 11 pounds is like 10 kilos.
Doing the same thing I have been doing for the rest of the week, it does scare me because my past self, past Amberlynn, would look at that as a failure. But right now I'm looking at that as like, no, like, you were so successful.
It's good that she's saying it as a success, but there's a difference between saying that's successful and actually believing it yourself. But I hope that she actually believes it.
Monday to Monday, you have lost 14.6 pounds. Like, that is pretty much almost 15 pounds. And then another way that I have loved looking at this is I started last week in the 540s.
Yeah, that's a good thing to keep in mind because your risk of dying from obesity complications is like very high at that point.
I am now beginning this week in the 520s. That's a big change. Like, truly it is. So for this week, I have the same goals. I want to continue doing what I have been doing, but I think there is a few tweaks and a few adjustments that I would like to make. I really want to, like, open up a little bit more about that, but I cannot help that, like, just that fear in the back of my brain. I don't feel comfortable yet. And it's like,
if you manage to actually stick to it, Amberlynn, people will be happy. You won't get the comments that you usually get about saying, oh, you'll fail and all that. So just be open about it and just stick to it. If you stick to it, you will succeed.
I go back and forth, like, literally within the same hour, where I'm like, oh my God, do I want to tell my audience what I'm doing? Like, I'm just super proud of myself. Like, I want to share this. And then in that same hour, I'm like, no, don't do it. So yeah, it is super conflicting. But regardless, I do want to keep doing what I've been doing. Maybe tweak it a little bit. I guess I could say out loud, maybe just a little bit less carbs. I'm not doing like low carb by any means at all.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea that she's not doing low carb. I mean, like, just reducing those little bit of carbs will definitely make a difference because she's having less calories. Hopefully she doesn't overconsume on fat and oils and butter and like nuts and that.
I will say that things that I have taken out of my diet, I do not allow myself like any like sweet junk, like no candy, so hard, no ice cream, so hard, things like that, because those are things that I have been eating, like cookies and just none of that, because that is so freaking triggering for me, like on a whole other level.
Well, that's good. You know, good to know that she's going to keep those out, at least from her house. I'm hoping that she can manage to control herself when it comes to going to the shops, you know, if she actually walks to the shops and that. But we'll definitely have to see how her progress will go in the upcoming weeks.
A massive sweet tooth. Hands down, I bet you I could eat a whole box of fudge rounds, which are 8 in one box, in one sitting. I know I could. Like, I literally know I could. That is how bad my sweet tooth is, and how comforting sweet food is for me.
So, I think one of the problems why she could probably eat so much is because she stretched her stomach out so much, so she's going to have to get used to eating smaller meals, and hopefully her stomach will shrink down somewhat.
Like, it is so comforting, like a whole other level. It's almost like medicine, and that's crazy to admit out loud, because I don't know if I ever have before, that like there are certain foods that feel like medicine to me.
She's right in a way how some unhealthy foods can feel like medicine, because say if you're feeling upset, you know, depressed, if sugar, like cookies, cakes, can actually make you happy, it's like having medicine, having like something that boosts your dopamine and serotonin. So I can understand, but her body, her brain is going to have to adjust eating healthier foods and being able to get that dopamine, and hopefully, you know, her doing exercise more also raises dopamine, which will be great, and she'll be able to love getting that dopamine hit from exercise instead of food.
Like, if I need any sort of like happiness, or if I need like to be numbed out, like if I'm super sad, or I have anxiety, or I feel lonely, like if I turn to like my favorite ice cream, instantly all my worries, all my sadness, all of that just completely goes away. It is wild. But then after I'm done with that bowl of ice cream, that's when I have the regret, and all of the sadness comes back, and I'm no longer like...
When I'm upset, or say if I'm feeling a bit of anxiety, like a walk always helps me. Maybe that's what Amberlynn needs to work on. Instead of going towards food to release some anxiety, sadness, go for a walk, get some fresh air. That would be a lot more beneficial than just having ice cream.
In a fake happiness state of mind, and I'm no longer numbed out by what I just ate. And if anything, it makes me gain more weight, and I'm putting, you know, not the greatest things into my body. And
if you're having like junk food and ice cream, like it's mostly just fat, and that's got 9 calories per gram. But you know, definitely putting better food into your body definitely can help with anxiety and depression.
And in the long run, that's obviously doing me more harm than good. You know, that instant gratification I get eating a bowl of ice cream, which what takes 7 minutes to eat, like it's just not worth it. And it feels like it, like in that time while you're like physically eating it, it's like, yes, this is worth it. This is, oh my God, this is great. Like, this is doing it for me. But then instantly afterwards, I feel miserable. So that's a really...
Well, of course that would happen, because sugar raises dopamine, and then you have a big crash, and then you feel worse than you were to begin with, especially if you're dealing with sadness and you're eating food for comfort. That is just dangerous.
Really big thing I have taken away because, you know, the heartbreak diet, I was eating a lot of things that I should not have been eating. Like, it was bad, folks. It got really bad. I think it was my worst eating that I've done in a very, very long time. Years. It feels really nice to be free of that, and I'm just really proud of this last week and how many times I had to tell myself, you got this, I promise you got this.
You definitely will have to keep telling herself that you know, you've got this, you know, you're gonna have your ups and downs. She definitely has to tell herself that, you know, or her mind's just gonna validate her bad behavior. After all, she is addicted to food.
Don't turn to the wrong foods. Don't mess up on what you planned out for yourself. It has been a challenge. I've had moments where I wanted to mess up, where I've wanted to go off of my plan, but I stuck through it somehow.
That's all you can do, is just keep consistent, keep to the meal plan, keep doing what you've been doing, and you will be able to get to your ultimate goal of 199 pounds.
And I will say, like, I'm not being super restrictive. Like, I'm still allowing myself takeout. You guys saw that. Like,
and that's probably the best thing for her, is to still have those takeaway foods, but not to restrict herself, because each and every time when she's done this, no junk food, guess what's happened? She's gone back to junk food. So she needs to just keep her junk food in moderation, you know, and she'll definitely succeed. And then over time she can reduce the amount of takeaways that she has, and then she'll be able to stick to a healthy diet for the rest of her life.
Yesterday in my vlog I mentioned I had sushi. I've been showing you like my Mediterranean meal that I love to get. Like, I'm still allowing myself to have those things, because if I don't, your girl will spiral and she will never be successful, ever. I know
if she can manage to eat Mediterranean takeaway, that will definitely be a lot more better than Papa Joe's, I think it is, McDonald's, Hungry Jack's, or Burger King, as they call it in America, and all those other fast food places.
a lot of people don't understand that, because they think that like taking out, you know, all takeout is going to make me be so successful. It's not. By doing,
do people actually think that? Because in my opinion, if you were brought up your whole life eating junk food, taking out all the junk food isn't going to be good. You know, you need to make at least substitutes for it, you know, and as your body adjusts to it, adjust to the new diet, then that means that you can slowly remove that takeaway and you won't be dependent on it.
in that, I'm ultimately setting myself up for failure. So I just know that the choices that I have made this last week have obviously been the right choices, and I'm just very proud of that. And
yeah, you should be proud that you've managed to lose some weight, but you also need to remember to stick to that. To stick to the diet, because if you want to succeed, you've got to do the things that are necessary. You may feel uncomfortable, you may feel hungry, but you got to do what you can, whether that's, you know, eat a little bit more food, you do more exercise to compensate for it. You know, you've just got to do what it takes.
definitely be knowing my weight and my weigh-ins and my journey, and I will be eventually sharing more, so don't worry. But I do hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that you guys are doing amazing, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.
Thank you for watching my video. Like, comment and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Sorry if it was quite a long one, but I feel like I had so much to put into this video. I usually have that.